And we're live.
Incoherent.
I don't even know what to do anymore.
It's like-
He said we're live. I was like, come on, do something.
That's me every time we do one of these.
What do we do?
Wow, I think like 40 in, Rob, you'd have some confidence. How many do we actually have?
Oh,
a lot.
I'd
It's
say
a lot.
40.
A lot of like
Yeah.
a
A lot of stuff not listened by.
a lot of stuff not listened. Like I mean, a year's worth of no listeners.
Yeah, it'll be great for when like 10 years later when we like go back and listen to it. Like, hey, we had fun back then. It went nowhere.
It's a fun little journal.
Yeah,
It's a journal of time.
Yeah.
It really is.
great.
So we got Rob, now known as Bob.
Hey!
He's Brown Columbia.
Brown Columbia with the Boba Fett.
Oh! The unveil. The unveil was exciting. Tom in a hard, old Avengers shirt, but it's there.
It's an old Avenger shirt.
It's gone through some stuff.
It's gone through, but you need to have ones that go through. I can't just be showing up in brand new ones. Then who am I? You got to have some old faithfuls.
Right. We got Napoleon.
This is Old Faithful.
That's Old Faithful.
That is Old
That
Faithful.
is
It's old faithful, right? You got to have some old faithfuls.
Yeah.
That might be podcast one, like Old Faithful.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Teddy Bear Avengers.
And no one knows what's going on with you
Huh?
ever.
Huh?
I like that it's not a plain shirt. It's still got a stain.
Still got to stay.
Where?
I don't know if it's part of the shirt though.
Where?
Maybe
Right
shadow.
by his gut and over his foot. Because it's not shadow.
This?
Yeah.
Ain't stain. Shadow.
Shadow.
That ain't
Shadow.
shadow.
That's ass shadow.
Looks like a stain. It's a. If it's a shadow, it's a rough placement for it.
Let's hope it's a stain. Fighting Donald Duck. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, it's so good.
Fighting
It's a
Donald
good
Duck,
Rossi
great.
shirt.
It's a good Rossi shirt.
It's
Huh?
great for a Donald Duck reboot.
No?
We'll be speaking
I
about.
like it.
Donald Duck reboot.
It's coming.
It's coming.
That'd be like kind of weird. Just a Disney characters reboot
Right.
in general.
All
They gave him pants.
gritty.
Bullshit.
Mickey Mouse
Donald's supposed to have no pants.
Disney's Avengers.
and a dick.
Right. He needs to be hanging.
I'm surprised you like him so much right now. King of no dick.
Great.
Dick Shadow.
So,
It's a big shadow.
so a lot to talk about today, huh?
Yeah, it's
Oh
gonna
my
be
goodness.
a supersized podcast this time.
I'm good though. Let's just not.
It's not even.
Let's just not talk about
So
it.
we have coming up today. We have the four. Oh, and by the way, Charles is the dick lick. Sorry, he's not here. Sorry, Charles. Didn't say it sooner. He's at D-Land licking dick, and he's also not post Iron Fist. Which the four of us are post Iron Fist, so we can break that down.
And we're going to spoil it if you're not post.
Yeah, I guess if Charles can't listen to this either, because
Yeah, okay.
so no contact for Charles for another month. We
as far as
also
we know, he's
yeah.
just he left and he's out.
yeah. We'll have the Cruz Brother Power Rangers review. They saw the movie yesterday. Nicole and I hadn't had a chance to see it
I'm
yet.
so bummed I missed that.
I'm bummed you missed it too.
Aren't we all?
I'm all right with you.
Okay.
I wanted in. I was bummed. It's a bad text.
I was bummed. Like when you sent that Green Ranger post thing, I was like, oh, I want to be Green Ranger post.
You want to be Green Ranger?
I want to be Green Ranger post.
Yeah.
Plus, I was just looking at the Green Ranger. I was like, I think Green Ranger was the best.
Green Ranger's.
He was the best. Naps?
The Black Ranger was the best.
Okay. What about when he
Zach was the best.
What about when he wasn't Zach and he became Adam?
I didn't watch after that.
Did you watch the movie?
No.
You never saw the Power Rangers, like the original Power Rangers movie?
No. You don't cross naps.
You don't cross naps. You don't cross naps.
No, but I know the Green Ranger was obviously cool. No, he was obviously
Shield?
He's the White Ranger.
Yeah, he became
White-
the White Ranger.
I like
they
when
made a
he-
big deal about the White
I
Ranger.
didn't like when he became the White Ranger.
Should have stayed green.
Should say green.
Here's the thing: the Green Ranger was awesome, but I still liked the White Ranger. Like I still was into it, so I wasn't super bummed about it.
Oh, good for you.
It was cool.
It was cool. White Ranger. He looked
Green.
cool.
Green.
Green.
Dragon Sword.
He had
Right,
the coolest daggers.
What are you talking about, white or
He
green?
seemed like the most
Both.
calm
Green had
gen-
a dagger and White had a
Oh,
dagger.
fine.
He had like a-
Green,
he had like
he had
one
the
of-
coolest weapon.
Yeah, when he Red had a sword.
Didn't he have the flute?
It
Yeah.
was a flute dagger.
That was cool. Like, bam, 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 and then it would come out of the water like Godzilla. Like,
Yeah, that's what it was doing.
Anybody
he had the
else?
shield. He was the first guy with the shield,
Yeah.
which he can like transfer.
Got to bang Kimberly.
I mean, we assume, right?
I mean,
for sure.
he did, yeah.
No, for
They like they're a thing in the series. They become like a thing.
Great. All right. So you guys want to do the review? Let's do the Power Ranger review
You
first.
want to do that first?
Yeah, because Iron Fist probably take more time.
Plus, I'm so
Plus,
excited
all-
for it.
I know. I want
Like,
to
I
know.
want the cruise ship
How deep?
Deep.
We're going deep?
Deep.
all the way.
Deep. I want the
full
Assassin's Creed rundown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you want from from minute one, you want the whole movie spoiled?
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Of our no listeners, none of them are going to see it anyways.
I thought you guys are going to see it. So
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna see it.
I'll
and
see
it's
it, but
not
I
gonna ruin anything
mean,
for me.
okay. Here's the thing. I guess I'll pose this question: if you explained the whole movie, would it spoil the movie for me?
I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Is there a twist or a turn?
There's no
No.
real twists or turns, but
Is there
okay.
any snipping and snapping? Or
There's
crickling and cracking?
So this is gonna be full spoilers for the Power Rangers review.
It's gonna be perfect. It's like watching the movie.
Well, first let's get what you thought of it, Rob.
Should we
You
do
know,
it?
actually, I liked it more than I went in thinking this is going to be just a shit show.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of, it's hard because there's parts I hated and there's parts I like, so
That's why we don't pick and choose.
we don't pick and choose, but it was,
I wasn't trying to pick and choose.
you know, I'm actually, overall it's positive. I'd say it's
Oh
overall
wow, Dick
positive.
Hard.
No, I mean, I
I would
don't
say
Dick Hard, but
I would say like it's like you're sitting in class, you got like a no reason boner kind of like hard. I'm not like you know what I mean, where it's like
It's
I-
warmed up.
yeah, like it's like there's
semi.
I could do something with this. Like I actually thought it was pretty good for what it was like supposed to be.
Was it a lot of nostalgia?
No, they
Not-
threw in nostalgia.
There was nostalgia
Or
in
like
there.
knowing the characters, or knowing the kind of overall story that help. You think, like if you never had watched Power Rangers before,
No.
would it have felt dumb?
At the ending part, yeah. Like it takes them a long time to morph.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's not though, because the actors are good. They're good actors, and like they spend a lot of time with their characters
okay.
instead of just being like, "Here's some Rangers we don't know. Let's get them in suits." You kind of like, you know, some of them are like annoying at first, but then you kind of start to be like, you're like on board with them and the team. It's like about like the team.
So kind of like the show where they would show up to a fight and then they try and fight without the uniforms for a while, and you were like, just change and beat those guys.
Yeah,
You got like kind of the build up.
yeah, well, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, so we just go through the whole thing. We got the views. It was good. I thought it was good. Here's the thing, though. It is a Power Rangers movie, so they're gonna throw this nostalgia. They tried to do fan service stuff, so when it was cheesy and dumb, it was that's what Power Rangers was. What are you trying to expect? You know what I mean? So it starts out rough.
it's rough at first.
Starts out fucking rough. Well, actually, the first scene is there's like some alien battle. And you see like a Red Ranger, like a dying Red Ranger, and he goes up, and there's like a dying Yellow Ranger, and then she's just like, and he's
Is it
like,
in the past?
Yeah,
It's in the past, yeah.
Time of dinosaurs, like the Cenozoic era.
yeah, the time is dinosaurs, and shit's like going down. It's like there was some explosion or something. He's all like trying to go, and he's like, I'm sorry, in some like alien dialect, and she like. The way they morph, it's like in them, so they kind of like forms over them, kind of thing. So she forms, and she's kind of this like alien thing. And then he's like going off, and then Rita, fucking Elizabeth Banks or whatever, she kind of shows up, and she's like the Green Ranger. So she was like a ranger, but she's kind of like looks whatever. And Zordon's the original Red Ranger. So Rita shows up, and it's like, "You're not gonna win, Rita." And Zordon's like, "Yes, I am," or something like that.
Yeah, you just switched it around.
You're not gonna win, Zordon.
Whatever. Okay. So Zordon says, "You're not gonna win, Rita," and then Rita's like, "Yeah," and then so Zordon goes, like Alpha, put all the stuff like in this like ship or something like that. Do something like put it somewhere safe. Find good Rangers. Find whatever. Do this kind of stuff. And then when he does that, then like Zordon kind of does something.
Rob looks like he's like over there going like, I feel you had to look at your face like, none of that's happening. None of that happened. It's not how it happened.
I don't know if that's how it happened.
Maybe we shouldn't explain the whole movie.
Well, I always say it's a rough start. Okay, but so
I'm like sold. I'm like super in on
No,
that.
actually, I'm too in on the start. I'm like too in on the start going like, I don't know if I actually want to hear it all now.
No, that's a good start. Okay, you don't
What
have
was
to
the
hear
bad start?
The bad start is
Once
when it
it
goes
gets
to
to
the kids.
Oh, okay.
Because so
She said it had a rough start, and then he started explaining this cool start.
No, okay, well, because so that's like when you think like that's what's gonna be cool. So he kind of like does something like a final thing to her where she kind of gets shot and falls in the water, but like really kind of screws her up, and then the rest of the stuff kind of gets transferred to like the ship, and then it kind of goes like present day or whatever. So like Zora and them, they're not like aliens; they're just kind of like from the past. That's like kind of why the Zords
I thought they were aliens.
They definitely seem like they're aliens if they're from Jurassic time.
Oh, maybe I don't know. Whatever. So this is why the Zords are dinosaurs, is because those were like the strongest things at that time, or whatever.
What would it be now?
So-
Elephants?
Basically, just to elaborate on it, each
It's a
planet,
double one.
each
You
planet.
get the judgments of this fun.
Well, I like no, we get your overall thing.
No, but
he always has more detail than you do.
It's fun when it's less detailed because you don't want to know everything, right?
They have
I don't know.
a crystal, right? The crystal in the center of the planet that's responsible for all life or something like that. And you got to protect each planet has its own crystal that has life on it. They got to protect it. That's what the Power Rangers do. And Rita, for some reason, she gets consumed with power and she wants the crystal, and Zordon takes care of her, but then he dies in the process. And I think didn't the meteor, was that when the meteor hit? Something hit, remember?
Oh, that's how he blasts her. He said, "Alpha, send the meteor to our location." So like that, I guess that's supposed to be the dinosaur meteor, or whatever.
Jeez.
But he goes like, "Send the meteor to our location." So when he's like about to get killed, the meteor goes boom, and then that's what like screws her up and flies her into the whatever. And then that's like the last thing you see from that.
Right.
And then it goes to present day.
I only want to hear the present day shitty start. I think I'm done
And then
with the
you're
whole
done, you
review.
wanna see the whole
I
thing.
want to see the movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, like, and it's a Power Rangers movie, so it's like there's gonna be cheesy stuff. But so basically, the shitty start is it starts out with Jason, and he's like pulling like a high school prank where they're bringing in like a cow into like the locker room or the school. I don't know if you've ever heard of those kind of pranks where like someone just brings like an animal and like lets it loose in the school.
I guess.
Right. So I've heard that's a prank before, and so that's what they're doing. So they're bringing this cow in, and he's got like some other friend that you never see again.
You never see him again.
And they're all like kind of going in. He's like, oh, like the cow, like he's like, oh, the cow should be fine. Like I just milked it, and it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's like you just milked it. It's like, well, it's boy cow. I was like, well, you know, he had an udder. It's like, was it just one udder? He's like, yeah. And so they made some like jerking off a cow
That's
joke.
pretty racy though. For
Right at the beginning.
Like the first thing, but that reminded me of, like the Transformers stuff, where like they're just always kind of making those like weird. Like
I don't remember the transfer
Reminds
talking
me of
about
City Slickers too.
which makes more sense though.
Yeah.
They go into detail
Yeah,
too. The
go-
kid goes like, "I use both hands."
Yeah, it's like going like rough with it, and then like he even gets to a part where he looks under and like you see like the cow dick, and he's like, "Oh man," like that kind of thing.
Maybe they just knew it was going to be.
2017's rough.
But maybe they just knew it was going to be for 30-year-olds. The movie.
But that's not for anybody. No, I don't think anyone's in there like, haha. Like,
Because you're not going in there expecting, like, if that was, like, in...
Really, I think
different
that's the type of humor that the Deadpool humor is. That's
Yeah, but if you're going into that movie, like, with that mindset of, like, oh, there's going to be cow dick jokes, or just in
and
general...
it's the delivery. The delivery makes it seem like, whoa, this is so wacky. Deadpool would kind of like be like making fun of it, but also
More
like,
wacky?
yeah. But so that's how it starts. I'm like, oh no, right? And then
Yeah.
then after that, it's not really like that.
Oh, no.
Phoebe, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, so he pulls this prank. Jason Scott. I'm assuming they're the exact same names as they were.
They are, all of them.
In the
I don't know
show.
about last names, but they're all
I don't know
the
if
same.
his name was Scott. Jason Scott.
Yeah, because I don't remember. I know like it's the same first names for sure.
Zach is black.
Zach. Well,
Not
he's
this one, Billy's the Blue Ranger.
Was it Zach Tyler?
Oh, they changed the names to the colors,
Yeah.
not to the
And the
not to the
personality.
not to the person.
Yeah.
Was it
Wait,
Zach Taylor in Power Rangers 1? Or was it something like that?
I only got first names.
Okay.
Zach, no, he's the Black Ranger, but he's not the Black Ranger.
No.
He's the Blue Ranger.
He's the Blue. He's Billy.
No, Zach's the Black Ranger,
Zach's
but
the
he's not
Ranger,
black.
But
He's
Billy
Asian.
is the black guy
Right.
as the Blue Ranger and the nerd.
They didn't want to like do the black thing.
Or the yellow Asian thing.
Right.
So they just didn't be.
Is Kimberly the Yellow Ranger?
No,
Kimberly's
Kimberly's still
the-
Kimberly.
They're the
Kimberly's
same.
still pink. Trini's still yellow,
Yeah.
but Trini's not Asian.
They're the same characters, but they're not the same.
Zach the Black Ranger is Asian.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes Zach and Adam.
So basically, Jason's a trouble. He was his backstory is he's some all-star quarterback that he's screwing up, he's fucking up, pulling pranks, and he gets in trouble with the police. The beginning, he runs away after the cow prank. The police come, and he gets in these like horrible car accidents, which is a recurring theme of the movie. They're getting these
First part's hard to watch.
these horrible car accidents. First, he backs up and rear ends a police car who's trying to cut him off. Then you follow him first person through the blurry streets. He gets in another wreck, so he's on house arrest.
First person.
It's not first person, but it's like you're seeing.
It's not the normal
Right.
view. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
It's a rough view.
Okay.
So he gets sent on to detention.
Makes sense.
So, and his dad lectures him, you could have been so much more, you fucked up. And in detention, Kimberly's in detention, and Billy's in detention.
It's kind of like a Breakfast Club back.
It's kind of Breakfast Club.
Sounded Breakfast Clubby.
And Billy's getting harassed by this piece of shit bully who's coming up because Billy's weird. He's doing some weird thing he's trying to match like colored pencils, or I don't know.
OCDs just like match it. Like he's like lining the pencils up.
Yeah, so he's like eccentric, and the kid comes up and giving him shit, and Jason sticks up for him, and they have a little fist fight, beats the shit out of the bully, and kind of gets on Billy. Billy and Jason become friends because of it, kind of thing.
Okay.
So, and then Kimberly is just being hot, looking
corner.
over. You can tell Jason instantly is like into her.
That's good.
Yeah, so Jason befriends Billy. Billy tells him, because Jason's on house arrest from his previous...
The cop incident.
Yeah, the cop incident. And Billy tells him he can get him free from that. Like, he can manipulate the house arrest chip or whatever. If he gives him a van and takes him to, like, the mine, right? It's kind of not clear why... Tom might have picked it up more, but it's kind of not clear why he wants to go there. It's something with his dad. Like, his dad's dead.
Billy's dad's dead, and they used to like go like look for like rocks and gems and shit together.
It's a rough start.
The rough start was just the jerk off for me. The rest of it,
It's
You were already in?
I was already in. At this
They
point.
kind of... They rush to that point. Like, they kind of just
That
rush.
makes sense. You have to figure out a reason why they need to get to that area, I guess.
Yeah, and so for some reason he goes to the mine and he leaves Billy. Jason's like, "All right, Billy, I took you here. Like, I
It's
get
fucking weird where this is restricted area.
Right, it's a
Like,
weird-
Why am I like? What are we? We're carrying some fucking case.
So he goes like, "Have fun, Billy. I'm taking the van." And then he runs into Kimberly, who's doing some like cliff diving. Yeah, she's doing like cliff diving for some reason.
They're all in the area of. It's kind of like why you're all in this
Standard
area.
cliff diving.
Yeah. So then you got that, and then
Where's
Zach.
Trini? Where's Trini?
Well,
Okay,
so-
you're hitting Zach. Sorry.
So Zach is, for some reason, he's hanging out there. He always goes to the mine, and he's been spying on. He's hanging out there for whatever reason. And Trini is just like that weird loner kid who's just wandering around by herself. And Zach's seen her at the mine a couple times, so he kind of is interested in her. So they're just kind of there, like. They do go to Angel Grove High School or wherever they go, but they're
mostly
not.
mine kids.
Yeah,
Mine.
you don't see them in the
In a
class until
mine.
later. Like,
In a
they're not there
mine.
till later. So Billy blows up a piece of the mountain. Yeah, he just blows it up.
Explosives?
Yeah, he sets up something, blows it up, so everyone runs over to where he is.
That's what I would do.
Meanwhile, Jason's been flirting with Kimberly. So they go and there's like they find the stones in the rock, and Zach's just immediately just like, give me the stone. Like he takes an axe and just starts whacking it. And everyone's like, no, Zach, like, they don't know his name, but no, stop, what are you doing? He doesn't give a shit. He's just he's getting these crystals. So, he gets the crystals, and then the cops come, mine security, because there was a big fucking explosion. And so they all run, like, which is the standard for this. They all get in Billy's mom's van, which is what they took to the mine. I probably didn't make that clear enough, but...
I don't think you needed to.
Yeah, so they're in a high-speed chase. Somehow they pick up Trini and Zach. Like, they run in different directions. They somehow pick them up. Zach jumps on the roof of the van. He's not a superhuman at this point, by the way. And they pull him in, and then they're running away from the cops, and there's a train coming, and it's like, Billy, can you make it? I can make it! They get hit. Just full on, the train just whacks, like just dices them, right? They should be dead.
And somebody was on top of the van?
Zach jumped on top of the van, but they pulled him in.
I already slid in.
They pulled him in.
Okay.
So they're all, like, they got fucking killed, right?
Yeah.
And then they wake up the next, completely fine. Their stones are with them.
Oh.
And they find out they have superpowers, and you can...
I think that's good.
You can
No, keep going.
You want the whole fucking movie?
I want everything. Give it to me.
No, I mean, just to rotate with Tom, so he's...
You want the whole movie?
Jump in there.
Why want the whole movie?
This is good. I don't want to end it.
Nah, fuck it.
Go for it. Whole movie.
I don't want to do the whole movie.
Hey, he's going into very detailed.
Tease me with this.
We're already deep in. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. There's your tidbit.
Okay.
I know. I don't know why you were giving like every specific detail, but
I like it.
you like every specific detail.
It was.
I don't know what I like.
It was It was very similar to the Assassin's Creed review that we got, and I liked it.
Yeah, but the Assassin's Creed one made more sense because, like,
Are you actually gonna go see
I
it?
kind of want to see it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna try to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever have time to go.
Well, if
see
you want
it.
to go see it, then that kind of cock blocks the entire review, then, right? Because you don't. Want...
No, the review you can.
That's fine.
Well, you can still review it, and then you guys can talk about parts that you like.
Okay.
But I'm just not sure I want to like.
You don't want the play-by-play.
I'm not sure I want that play-by-play because that makes it even harder to like watch after.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. Do you want to go
Right?
first? Then? No.
Right?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was, there was action when it needed to happen when they did become the Rangers. It kind of had that Ranger vibe. The only parts I didn't really like, because I wasn't really expecting all that much with the movie to begin with. So when it was like actually kind of good, I was like surprised. The only parts I didn't really. It just kind of bugged me was just like the sword battle with the end thing was just kind of one of those like just destruction and fight. You know what I mean? It's just like a Transformers kind of like
Megatron? What is it? Megatron?
Yeah, Megatron.
They turn into Megatron.
Megazord.
Or Megazord.
Megazord. Does it look like the old Megazord? Kind of?
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda. It looks like
It's like Transformers Megazord. They even reference Transformers. They make a joke. Like,
yeah.
They kick some whatever car Bumblebee is. Sorry, Bumblebee. He actually says that's a line in the movie.
Well, so they're fighting like Goldar, but Goldar is he's a monster that she created out of gold. She was like Rita was like going through trying to get gold to create him because when she has him, he's like the one that can like get the crystal.
So it wasn't like the Goldar we know.
No.
It was, but it wasn't because he was he literally didn't even have a face. It was like a faceless monster that just is like, whoa, but he like had the wings and like other than like not having the face and like ability to like communicate, like it was gold.
How was Rita? She good?
She was kind of eccentric, like she was over the top, but I mean she did okay for what she was.
She was
supposed to do.
She was like Rita, like it's hard to explain because the first half of the movie, it's kind of like a serious kind of like tone-ish, like, or it's kind of more like it's like cool, but then Rita is like kind of like straight from the show, like the way she acts and behaves, kind of like where she's just like I want the crystals or give me the gold, like that, right?
Yeah,
like she's like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, once it gets into like Power Ranger mode, and they're fighting like her, it fits. But like, so she's good in that, but it's like those are kind of the more cheesy parts. It's like her.
How about Zordon?
Zordon's good.
Cranston?
Cranston, he's cool.
He's good as Zordon. I mean,
he's good, but he's like a fucking. He's like a.
he's a dickhead. He's kind of a dickhead, yeah.
Like because Alpha 5 is the one who like picked the Rangers.
Yeah, okay.
And he's kind of like, these fucking guys. Like this bullshit. Like because like I guess like when they all become, if they all can morph, like it opens up a thing where he'd be able to, because they trapped his essence in that like spaceship. That's how he lived, and he can like get through if they all like morph. And they're having a hard time morphing. Like they have to kind of all be a team and together and know each other in order to like actually morph. And so he just kind of like this, like let me do it. I'll just go fight Rita. Fuck them. They suck. It's kind of like how he is a lot of the time.
Oh, okay. Does he end up morphing?
Zordon, no.
Zordon, no.
Oh.
So Power Rangers morph.
No, I thought you said like
if they morph, he could come out.
he can come out.
He could come through. The
Oh,
gate,
I thought you meant like he can come. Oh, I thought you meant.
So did he come through the gate?
No.
No, I mean there's spoilers.
There's
that.
I mean,
Okay.
Really?
Do you want him?
I want him. I can still watch it and enjoy it. But
No.
if you can't,
No.
yeah, see,
No,
you ruined it.
okay.
I ruined it.
You ruined it. You ruined the viewing. You ruined the review.
Just the big ruiner.
It's just the ruin guy.
The big ruiner. I was really hoping you guys were walking in and be like, "Hey, what's up, Fuckfest?"
Right.
And then be like, "Oh yeah, just review the whole thing, baby."
Well, I liked it. I had a good time with it.
Did it have the music in it?
It had the music in it. It had like a cool moment. It kind of like was over fast, but it had the music.
Probably better though. That would have been
Probably better.
too much if it was too long.
I
Tommy,
heard they
Tommy
already
show
have-
up? Yes. I mean, I kind of figured he's probably
They have cameos.
a little spoiler ending with him, or no?
Oh well, the original Rangers have cameos.
I was going to ask, can we ask if there was a post-credit?
Is there post credit?
Yeah, it's post credit.
Sure, it's fucking Marvel. ruined it
Can we
all.
get details on it?
What's the post credit?
Post credit is the alluding to the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
I read that they already have 5 of these in the works.
Yeah, that's what I read
5
too.
sequels, which kind of makes you go like, ooh.
Ooh.
I read too.
That's,
Like, wow, they
too
got to run out.
overzealous, man.
And, and it's gonna get rough.
It's gonna get rough.
Yeah.
Well, because that's how it always goes. It's like the original's good, but then they're probably gonna do like Turbo the movie, and it's like no one gives a shit about Turbo.
Nobody
no one
wants
ever
Turbo.
did.
Nobody wants Turbo.
No one wants Turbo.
Yeah.
Also, like a lot of the original Rangers do cameos.
No, just like Kimberly and Tommy,
Okay.
and it's like kind of like it's like kind of a shitty cameo in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like they're basically just like in the crowd of people at Angel Grove, like looking up, like oh.
They clap when they win. Like,
I was alluding to win part.
I mean,
I know you win.
it's pretty obvious.
you know they win. I mean,
Spoiler deep, like Jason's dead.
That would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's how they got Cranston. He's like, he's going to be the Red Ranger.
He's
too.
lucky that Cranston is the Red Ranger.
no, that's not.
All right, well, now I actually want to see it, which is good.
And I read another article that
Oh.
Trini is
Trinity?
an open... Trini?
Trini?
Is an open what?
Lesbian.
Yeah.
Is it Trini?
It's Trini.
That kind of felt
Rosie?
very...
It's been both.
Isn't
It's
it
been
Trini?
both, but in the movie they've been calling her like Trini. But then
In the show, it was Trini.
it was Trini, and someone in the movie says Trini, but she says my name's Trini. So there you go. And
Alright.
yeah, and she's
Wrong, but right.
You're wrong, but right.
That was
I
very...
did both.
It was very... It
Oh,
just
the lesbian
felt... Yeah, it didn't add anything to the plot.
It felt weird that it was a thing.
It just feels... It does feel shoehorned in.
I didn't even know it was a thing until Kelly yesterday was like, "Oh yeah, apparently there's like a gay ranger."
Yeah, it's
I
like...
was like, "Oh, I didn't even know
I
that."
didn't even know it was
But apparently it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
not
know
a
that.
big deal in the movie. It might be a big deal for... It's...
That's what she told me. She said like, she heard a review that like the guy said like, yeah, like Because I guess it's been like an uproar.
Yeah.
A bit of an uproar, and they were like, yeah, it's like
really?
it's like really brief.
It's
And, like,
so like if you
She
even
just says like, "Oh, I'm gay," or
she
I'm
doesn't even
lesbian.
say
She
that.
doesn't say it. She's basically saying she's like an outsider, and she gets like her parents because they move her from town to town. She never gets to stay anywhere. She's basically telling her story, like so they can get to know her at like a campfire, and it's just like they don't like kind of understand me, or they want me to fit this perfect role, and like one of them's like, oh, like like boyfriend troubles, and she's like, yeah, boyfriend troubles. He's like, girlfriend troubles, and she like looks at him, like yeah, I'm a lesbian, but she doesn't say it. It's just kind of like
you have to be paying attention to kind of even pick it up. It's not. She doesn't do anything. Like there's nothing. No.
No girl on girl action.
No.
That's a
It's like the only thing that like it's like who cares in a
They
Power Ranger
fork.
movie? Who cares what they're into?
They fork.
There's some scissoring.
There's a scene with Rita that I kind of thought they were gonna do something.
I don't think they were gonna do something. I mean, Rita
Not
was,
like I thought she might have kissed her or something. I kind of was getting the vibe that was going to happen. There's like a scene where Rita comes into Trini's bedroom, pretty much right after you find out.
I think I saw that in the trailer a little bit.
Yeah, like right after you find out she's gay, she goes. There's a scene. She kind of is, not flirting, but she's roughing her up, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get the vibe that maybe like something's gonna go down. I
did not get that vibe
different
at
cut.
all.
That's
I
two
did not
different
get that
cuts.
vibe that like something sexual was going to go down at all.
I kind of got
It was
like
one of those villain like, here's my plan, meet me here, or you're going to get fucked. Like, and she kind of like,
Or you're gonna get fucked.
Well, it seems like
You
she
got
showed
it
up, and that was like she knew how to like manipulate the yellow, or at least try to manipulate the Yellow Ranger.
Rita's not that smart.
Rita's
Rita's got that, but Rita's like, she's like the most like, she's one of those like,
yeah.
she's out of time kind of people, like where they're like, we need to go here or whatever. She's like I don't know. She's very.
She's not that smart.
She's not like.
Rita wasn't that smart in the show.
She's like the type of like if like a caveman got unfrozen kind of thing.
God, she's that dumb.
Well,
How was she ever a ranger?
that's what I was thinking. Is like what kind of ranger was she when they were doing good? Was she like, oh yeah, let's go and juggle while we kill the bad guy? And they were like, what? What is wrong? Who picked you?
Zordon did. Zordon sucked.
Cranston.
Got all of his team killed.
So
Rough time saving the world during dinosaur time.
I will say that in the
Dinosaur
beginning,
saving.
they drag on the characters a little too much. I think they rushed into them getting the stones, but then they drag on that they can't morph forever. That goes on, I think, a little too long for the movie. But it's good because you start you get to like the characters enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like at first you're kind of, I mean, you already kind of like Jason because he sticks up for Billy. I would say Billy is the most likable of all of them. I would
Billy
say.
is the most likable. Then I would say it goes like Jason and Kimberly.
Yeah, Jason's
Zach
good.
seems rough.
I did not like Zach for a long time. Still kind of didn't.
Zach seems horrible.
The problem with Zach is that he's that character he's like the guy who's there's a scene where he steals like one of the Megazords when they're not ready, and he's just like, whoa! He's like that
He's
kind
the
of
loose
character.
cannon?
Yeah, he's like the loose cannon, the guy who's just like gonna do whatever.
Give me that stone!
Yeah, he kind of comes off annoying there, and then I was kind of annoyed with Trini at first because she was the lone. It's just that standard outcast loner character where they're like, "Hey, come hang out with us," and she's like, you know,
I'm too alone to be
Yeah.
around you.
like it takes her a while to come around to people. Which, I mean, it makes sense because she says they're always moving. She's always the new girl and stuff like that. It makes sense, but it's a cliche that's been done a lot.
How's that work if you're a Power Ranger? And your parents are like, we're moving across this country.
I guess she's just not going to move.
Isn't that what happened to Jason, Zach, and
Yeah, they just get new ones.
Trini?
Do you leave the coin
Isn't that
behind?
what they did? They moved.
The only time
Well,
the show,
they're
they
high
moved.
schoolers. I mean, I don't know how far up they are, but I'm assuming they're at least probably like 16, 17. They're
The
probably
only-
close to done.
the only time the movie gets like kind of weak is like once they kind of like, we're in the Zords, let's go. Like that's like Other than that, it's usually it's a pretty good movie.
Well, they went very faithful to the old Power Rangers show where they're very like lame when they're they kind of go to like, all right, good job, I'm coming in, Zach. Whoa, watch out, Tree. Like
yeah, good one, Kimberly.
yeah, that kind of. They go from more serious to like that when they morph.
Yeah.
It's a very brief too. They're barely Power Rangers, and even when they are Power Rangers, their mask is off, so you kind of don't really get like a lot of the Power Rangers.
A mask off Power Ranger squad.
Yeah,
That's kind of a bummer.
That's what you just wanted in Mass Effect.
Shut up. It's different. I hate the mask off Tony Stark.
Right. It's like that.
There's nothing worse than like Iron Man on a cover with his iron suit and his like.
It looks like that.
No
They
fucking
just
mask.
have the masks off when they're in the Zords, but they're in the Zords the majority of the time that they're Power Rangers.
So no Power Rangers.
Yeah. Alpha 5 was okay. He was pretty. I mean,
I was fine with Alpha 5.
His look is rough, but you kind of get over it quickly. He's pretty. I mean, he's funny for what he is.
Okay.
Zordon was good. And I don't really know like what else without getting into too much more.
All right. I mean, I think
Like
it's probably enough.
We're still going into more.
Probably enough on Power Rangers. I mean, because
I'm fine.
this will give us, if we stop that now, it'll give us a half hour of Iron Fist.
Okay. Well, we should also talk about the Justice League trailer.
Yeah, we still got a bunch of time. This will be one of those podcasts that goes over a little bit.
Or just fuck Iron Fist. Like the rest of the world has said.
Well, Stranger Things it. We'll just talk about it
Are you
later.
post Iron Fist?
I'm not post.
I just realized I said like we're all for posts, like woo, and then, like
I wasn't even sure if Bob was watching.
I didn't even know you like had started.
I didn't want to. Here's the thing. I wanted to give you guys one, or I don't shit all over it. You know what I'm saying? So
We need that other view.
I didn't watch all of it or any of it because what happened in the group, Tom was on a bit. He was doing his own thing on a binge watch, and then the reviews came in. You guys kind of like spoiled certain things, and to the point where you even said, Anthony even said in the group that like is it even worth watching? And I'm like, I didn't even like really the other ones. I'm gonna go like watch this one.
I thought maybe you would like still want to watch it because like you were all into the.
I am, but then I was just thinking because I saw a little bit. I think you posted a link or something. I
thought I only posted the Rotten Tomato score.
Maybe there was something I saw that kind of. I was like, no, like I'm just not gonna. It just sounded like another one of those shows where you don't really get enough Iron Fist. I mean, I could be wrong, and they just go off on other tangents with the other characters like they always do in all the Netflix shows.
I don't know, not really.
I think I thought I kept it out of our group, where I said I thought they were going to make me wait longer for the fist, and
You get the fist like
you get
episode
it.
2. Well, yeah, but there's a middle part where the fist is gone. Which is fucking annoying. I can't get the fist. I gotta fix my chi.
Oh, yeah.
I love a fucking chi.
That was like rough. I'm like, wow, you could just like totally not even have your power.
Well, no, he almost doesn't use it that much. He doesn't even use it that much. Honestly.
Only to escape rooms.
Escape rooms.
Only when it needs to be iron.
It breaks like one guy's hand.
He saves his own arm from getting cut off.
And he breaks like a handcuffs.
Which still
You're selling it.
Selling it.
You're selling
I
the
still don't
show.
think that would work if he just had one Iron Fist. He would like just yank his other arm out of his socket. It'd have to be like two to break it, right?
Well, maybe
It feels like we're going into Iron Fist.
Yeah. No, we can go into Iron Fist. We can hit Justice League last.
Oh,
I just want to hit
We'll do
Justice League.
last. Iron Fist now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Iron Fist now.
Iron Fist now. Where were we?
I was in. I liked it. I thought it was positive. I knew, because I knew the Iron Fist character. I don't know. I didn't have high expectations for it. I knew he was the Heart character from fucking the Captain Planet team.
He's hard. He's that bad.
He's the one that is like, come on, guys. we can still do this. Like the other ones get disheartened, you know, they kind of give up, or they just are like, what the fuck? That's not in it. That's not for me. He's like the one that's like, let's
like
do good, guys.
The soul.
But would you want to if they made a Captain Planet? They were like, hey, we're gonna do a Netflix Captain Planet, but we're gonna do each character first. Like, would we all like the heart one? Would we all like the heart episode? Probably not. That kid was annoying as fuck.
He was my least favorite.
Yeah, we all would have liked the fire guy though. Wheeler would have been the best. Wheeler.
Was that his name? I forget.
Yeah, I think it was Wheeler. Yeah.
This is the only name I remember.
Wheeler. Well, he's the like American guy, I think, too, isn't he?
He's the American one, and
the black. I remember the black guys. I mean, you think he's from Africa?
He's from Africa.
But I just realized, like, super racist.
Come on, team. We need
Hard
to
is
do
from,
this.
He's from Brazil, right?
Yeah. He was Brazil, or they may not have like narrowed him down.
Jungle.
He might have just been jungly.
Just
He was jungly for sure.
Yeah.
Jungly for sure.
And the one
Earth had a cool power though.
Yeah,
Earth
they all have cool powers. Except hard is just not a power. I didn't think.
I don't know. When was the wind?
That's a huge part.
When was the surfing? No, when was the blonde chick? I think she was like Swedish or something.
Was she? One of them was Russian.
Oh, then she was Russian.
Who was?
Wind was Russian.
Water then.
Water was Asian.
Yeah.
I'll check this.
Maybe she was Japanese. Maybe she was surfing in the. She surfs like in the titles for some reason.
So she was for sure.
And she saves like some dolphins.
It was for sure. Water was
Asian.
Yeah. Okay, because those two I kind of get mixed up.
Yeah, wind was the Russian.
Okay.
Wind.
Okay, yeah. That makes
water.
Hard.
Hot. Yeah. Hot. Fire.
I liked Earth's power. I think Earth is just cool. You can raise
Earth was
rocks.
cool, and I remember he's cool in the titles because he lifts up like Earth.
Yeah.
Kwame is from Africa.
Kwame.
Linka is from the Soviet Union.
That's wind, right?
Changed to Eastern Europe after the Soviet Union's dissolution.
Oh.
Like mid show.
Oh.
Yi is from Asia.
Okay.
And Matai is from South America.
Okay.
So it's just generalization.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming Brazil or something because it's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Peru.
Okay.
His haircut seems very Peruvian.
He did seem Peruvian.
And we know Wheeler's from U.S.
Yeah.
He's probably supposed to be from like New York or something.
Yeah, I
He's
think
very like, hey, Wheeler. Not there like, hey. No, was he not?
I was trying to see if they broke it down even better. Like they have, because it just said North America, and it'd be funny if like he's actually from Quebec.
Or he is a Canadian.
Yeah.
Just no American whatsoever.
Okay, well, back to Iron Fist.
Yeah. Wheeler's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, so you liked it.
I look up Wheeler.
You liked Iron Fist.
Yeah, I liked it.
No problem with it because you knew about Iron Fist before. You knew he was the heart of the group.
Knew he was built up.
I was talking to Derek at work. He said he used to read the Iron Fist comics when he was a kid, or when he was younger. I don't know. He said he would kill people and stuff though.
He's usually like talking in the ones I've read. He's usually talking Luke Cage into like, that's okay, let's just go do this one for the people. And Luke's like, it's inconvenient. Me and Jessica were about to smash. The kid just went to sleep. Can't you just watch the kid? It's like, well, I'll watch the kid and go fight crime. You can't take my kid on a crime.
Did you like it, Tom?
I liked it up until you told me it sucked.
That's
and then
crazy.
It was hard to like it more. And that's tough because I was all into it and I was enjoying it. And then once you're like, look how shitty the reviews are, and I was kind of like, is it shitty? And then I started to kind of like watch them, like trying to be like, no, it's still good. And then just started to get disheartened because that was right around the time where he lost the fist power. And it was right around the time when like I was just kind of like, yeah, it was. I liked it. It wasn't bad, but like I definitely got out of it more towards the end.
Yeah, that's interesting because I didn't like it that much in the beginning. And not that I didn't I wasn't like, oh, this sucks. What the fuck is this, a travesty? But I was just kind of like, okay, like I was just like sort of like waiting for it to. I was kind of waiting for it to get started.
Good picture. You just,
Well, just
somebody at home. This is a travesty.
just the reviews, because like what irritated me is the reviews. I kept reading them, and like because the critics got the first 6 episodes, what they got to see. So they weren't even reviewing on the whole fucking show for one, which is kind of irritating.
That is irritating,
right? So like. Which is always going to be slower, and then also then it was just like it's just so bad. So like when I saw the review, I think
unoriginal.
You think when you hear like when it's something that's that bad, because at the time it was 14%, which means fucking terrible in my opinion. Like if something's 14%, like you have to walk in and be like, wow, this is like not even like watchable.
It's garbage.
When I was watching, it going like yeah, like nothing's really happened, but I go it's like it's fine, shot well. Like, the acting's not really bad. Like, nobody's overly likable, but I'm not like, oh, what is this trash? You know, like, I didn't understand that. That's the part where I was freaking out. So, I think the review actually kind of coasted me through the beginning. Kind of going, like, it's not that fucking bad. These guys are fucking morons. And then I thought it got better. It was annoying when he lost the fist. That was rough. But I think every Netflix series, Marvel show, the middle's part of it's always rough. Because it's like, it's like, something happens in the beginning that kind of, and you're learning the character, sets it in motion, and then it's like, hey, I don't know what to do. Let's juggle for a couple episodes. I don't know what to do, and then like let's hit it at the end. You know,
Juggling episodes.
It's like fucking Luke Cage. Like, whoa, it's going higher because it's Luke Cage.
Well, from my experience, the Netflix ones always start off better and then they get worse. The ones I would. Just because in Luke Cage you had Cottonmouth, which was the better part of that, and then Daredevil 2, The Punisher, I thought was better.
Well, no, I mean, I guess more what I mean is like it's good in the beginning and it's good at the end. Maybe it's better in the beginning than some of them, but like the ending. I mean, I guess when I say good, stuff's happening at least.
Right. The middle is
middle in all of them,
So,
even Jessica Jones, which I think has the most interesting of all of them. Like as far as like it's different in like a good way, but even her middle shit, you're kind of like, I don't give a fuck, Jessica, whatever. But
Can you fly or not?
Yeah,
Stop holding out.
Whatever. But where I actually thought Iron Fist, like I got real into the last I think the last 3 episodes I was like real in. I think it was the last episode was not as much, but I think the one before that I was like Iron Fist.
Yeah, 12 was, I think, the best.
Yeah, like when he fought like what's his name, Machado or something, Macaco.
Makuto.
Like once like that turn happened, he was fighting Makuto. I thought was cool, and then his buddy was there. I just thought that was a good episode. That was like the best episode I thought of the show. All the fighting was cool in that one. Just like it was all coming to head a little bit more. Because I don't know, for half the show, like I didn't give a shit about Ward or the sister. Like they could have like not been in it, and it would have been 100% fine with me. The dad was I thought he was an interesting character. It kind of went like up and down with him though, like what the fuck he was doing.
Right.
Because he almost was like, what? Why were you even in it? There we go. We're going.
He did confuse me.
He was cool,
I thought that was good, though.
I liked him.
I couldn't tell where it was going.
He was the most interesting character of the show, and I thought he was like the best actor of the show. But I just didn't know. I didn't really understand like what it really meant for the overall story. Because like I didn't have a huge problem with the actor Finn, whatever the fuck his name is, as being Iron Fist. But like he's not that like interesting of a character,
especially when he's a dope.
Yeah, and
I always go into those superhero things kind of thinking he's gonna be like kind of like I know what the fuck's up or whatever, and he's just kind of he's too trusting, too like naive, just because he was like raised by like monks and doesn't really know shit. So he's like just he's too like I don't know. He just seemed like he was too like much of a child, which like makes sense based on his backstory. But it was just like
yeah. Well, Nap said like well it's because he was raised by monks. Like great. Well, I obviously don't like characters that are raised by monks. You know what I mean? So it's like yeah,
makes sense.
It's justifiable of why he's like that. It's just I'm not sure I want to watch that all the time. He's just like super naive and super gullible. Where it's like yeah, your uncle is clearly fucked up and doing wrong shit. And you're just like, yeah, okay, Uncle.
That's what I like. How like when he would say something, and then the night nurse would look at him like, The fuck?
The fuck?
How about we try it? She would like really like
Yeah.
smoothly try and be like, how about you do? I can't remember the exact thing. I was like, maybe you should just like talk to him about that before you make that decision.
Well, she did a lot of that too, and I thought the lawyer kind of did a lot of that too. Kind of like, let's not do what you just said, Danny, and just stay on the course of what we're talking about here, right? She's like, oh no, let's just help everyone.
It's like, no, that's J Money.
Yeah, exactly. What did you guys think of Ward and I don't even know the fucking name. What's her name? Joy and Ward.
I liked him in the beginning.
Yeah, I liked him in the beginning.
In the beginning, it seemed like, that guy's a dirtbag, and she's like, she knows she's a dirtbag. She's trying not to be a dirtbag. She's trying to be open to it, and like that's kind of how I was like,
I think there's too much of a dirtbag.
I don't trust this motherfucker. And then but when he actually was able to prove it, she didn't drag out like, nah. Danny might have told somebody about those M&Ms at one point. Like, she
was like, oh no,
she was able to be swayed.
Yeah, I just thought Ward was like, I still don't really understand exactly what the fuck Ward was. He was like bad, and then didn't give a shit about like the company. He was like super into the company in the beginning, like get out of my company. And then it was like, I want out of the company. I want back in the company. I'm on drugs. I hate my dad. I kind of like him. It was just like, what are you doing? I hate Danny. Fuck Danny. I'm gonna help Danny. I like Danny. It was like, what are you? What are you? You fuck. Like a bad actor, worse actor. It was just like it was like.
His drug thing, I didn't catch on that he was like the
like
pills,
that bad.
the pills were like normal, and then all of a sudden he was like, oh, there's heroin available? Okay, that sounds like a good
It was
plan.
also like, I thought he was just popping some pills later on. He's smashing his hand to go in there and get like illegal drugs.
Was it quick?
Like,
Quick drug jump there for me. I just
Jesus.
I thought that was their way of like writing him out, but then he came back.
He was never left.
Well, what he was doing was like he was basically like having to do his father's bidding for like the entire time.
Yeah, but I just said,
and he went along with things when you found out because he thought he had himself an out, but it turns out he was dumb, retarded, and he couldn't even get away with that.
Yeah, well, I also don't like sometimes like they showed him like he was like a piece of shit when he was a kid. He's a piece of shit when he was an adult. I'm just like, all right. So the guy's just destined to be a piece of shit, no matter what. Like he wasn't like at least cooler when he was a kid. He's like just a shitty person when he was a kid too.
That was something that bothered me. Is like that always happens in shows where they kind of like show them as kids, but this one like it showed them as kids, and the last they knew Danny was when he was a kid. But like, boy, did they reference when they were kids so many times. It was just getting like it seemed like not believable to me. Like it'd be like. You always used to play with those toys when you were a kid, Ward, like that kind of stuff, and it's just like no one does that anymore. Like no one would say that. I don't know. But, I don't know. I'd have to watch it again with you guys and point out like they really bring up like like how they behaved as kids.
I thought the show was 100% watchable. It still felt like the Netflix kind of felt like the other shows. For me, it was the least interesting of the four for sure. I hear a lot of people are talking about the fighting, the choreographed fighting wasn't very good. I didn't even notice. I don't know.
I thought the fighting was good.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was the best fighting we've
but here's the thing. For me, like anytime any kung fu happens in a movie, my brain is already like, oh, who cares? Like it's already not real. So I don't care if like the kick looks a little higher or lower. It's already completely not.
It's not real.
It's not real. So I don't care.
Yeah.
Like because I hear a lot of
kung fu fighting.
There's a lot of complaints like, he wasn't that great. I was like, I couldn't even tell for a second that it wasn't that great. He was doing this, and the guy was going down. I mean, he's kung fu,
I thought the final episode was kind of lame.
I don't remember the final episode.
Final episode felt like it was kind of just like.
Was that when like all of a sudden like the dad like for sure turned right? Sending in the troops.
Yeah, because like before Danny like saved him from getting decapitated from the Bakudo guy, and they finish up that whole story, where then Davos and him like start to like get pissed at each other, and then he walks up whatever. Then the next one is like all of a sudden the dad's just coming out like I'm alive. He's just coming out I'm alive. Danny's framed, and he's like he's in control of like Rand again, but it's kind of like what is his like
what's his story
here? What's his thing? And then he kind of comes back like, I'm framed, now I gotta go, like, and then he learns that he ends
the dad actually got killed. Right? They actually kill him. I forgot that all came to head, sort of.
Yeah,
or he falls off the roof and then they incinerate him.
They incinerate him? I forget.
Yeah, they put him in the incinerator and they
cremate him.
Cremate him, yeah.
Oh.
It's called an incinerator, right? No?
I think it's crematory.
Oh, crematory.
I don't know what they call it, to be honest. We can call it incinerator.
Incinerator's good.
Seems kind of rough for a loved one.
Put it in the comments if you know.
The place is called crematory.
I know
Crematorium.
what I'm writing in the comments.
Well, seems like you don't want to incinerate a loved one, though.
Like, it felt like the story was over, and then the final episode still had to happen.
I agree. I agree, because it was kind of like... And I also didn't think it made like enough sense for that character. Like, what did he really need Danny out of the way for at that point? Just so he can run Rand?
Yeah, well,
You could have ran it with Danny.
I mean, Danny was so gullible. Danny would have done anything that guy was going to say. So it's just kind of like, so Danny just saved you, did all this stuff. Why do you even care?
Right. Well, you learned that he was the reason why he set up the plane crash because he wanted them all dead. And you learned that, like, he even said as they were like building it, like standing over the whole city, he's like, I really wanted to push your dad off the cliff.
Who didn't know that in episode 1?
Well, right. But it's those things where it's just kind of like all of a sudden he's just full turn. He's just this piece of shit, and he thinks he's just gonna be like, I'm alive to everybody, and just like get away with it.
Like, if Danny did it, I can.
Yeah, that was his like reasoning. So like the last episode was kind of like, and then the ending was kind of like, it was a cliffhanger-ish ending.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid too.
Little.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't it like, I mean, I don't know what the degrees of the gate being closed or not, but remember the whole thing was like, the gates are open right now. Couldn't he just got back and the gates were closed, and that's what it looks like? Like, has he ever been on the other side with the gates closed? Because he's like, oh, I should have been here. Maybe they fucking just closed.
I think it's still supposed to be open though.
How does he know? Danny knows nothing. He's worse than Jon Snow.
I know, when you see a bunch of dead hand around and the gate's closed and the gate looks kind of all fucked up.
At least it was dead hand. It wasn't dead monks.
Right, but what's irritating
Did
about
they
that to me
steal
is
the
he's kind of like, I should have been here. It's like, yeah, you should have. What are you doing? You're the fucking Iron Fist.
Well, he left because the idea is he left because he's like, I don't know why I'm here.
He left because he didn't really want to be a part of it. He just wanted to go back home.
Yeah, well, I think it was too because he thought like becoming the Iron Fist would like give him more purpose, and like it didn't.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going on with the fist.
Cause he thought he would get.
Taking the fist with me.
They told him, you can't be the fist. You're an outsider. You're dead.
It
Kill me with you.
It happened. It happened.
Like you
The
see me,
chair
like letting the button go. Like,
Wow, I thought this was a trustable chair, but it happened.
What are you doing?
I was just like leaning back a little and it just tipped.
that's my demon barber button.
Ah!
Slip.
Son of a bitch.
Get off of me!
I'm on a 3-legged chair and you're losing your balance.
I like the first reaction was just don't take me with you.
It reminded me of like this is the end when Aziz Ansari's like hanging on, he's got Kevin Hart's like,
He's already dead.
wow, I don't want to sit in this anymore.
I think the highlight of the show was definitely Colleen.
Yeah, and Night Nurse. I liked her, and her references to like the Luke Cage and stuff. It's like our penal system's all fucked up. Trust me.
Yeah, that was cool. It was cool. I mean, overall, it was fine. Rob? Oh, no.
Well, I really hated the part where the board of directors.
I was actually hoping you had watched it because I really wanted to actually hear what you were thinking of it. Because, like, since you did have a problem with the other ones, I wanted to know, like, if you like somehow this was the one like I loved it.
Right, I'm like Iron Fist, baby. When we were kids, remember?
It's the best part. It's the kids part.
It's like the building blocks. We spelled Rand.
I definitely think that the reviews it's gotten has been completely unwarranted, though.
That's like every review, though.
I think it's unwarranted too.
Every time we go see a movie now, if we hate it, it's like the Dark Knight of whatever franchise. If we like it, then it's like, oh my god, like the shittiest, like 17% Rotten Tomatoes. You know.
I mean, I thought it was gonna be like 60, 70, like lower, but like I fucking 7. It's at 17. Like that means it's like completely panned. Like there's nothing good about it. It's like that's so not true. But apparently it's had, like it's Netflix one of Netflix's highest watched shows they've ever had. Like behind Luke Cage, because Luke Cage was really big last year. Like, because Luke Cage, like, of all shows watched of any show on any platform, was like ranked number 14 or something. But it's like closely behind that, and it was way bigger than I guess like the first Daredevil and Jessica Jones were. So it's like people are watching it, and the audience score is way higher. Like, you know, normal people will watch it and watch a full thing. Like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's like an 88 or something. So
That's what I think. It's like the audience score should be the score.
Well, because I always, honestly,
Like, fuck the critics.
stuff like this though makes me think that the critics, honestly, like, because I don't know if they all see it at the same time, but I think like whoever the first like big dick guy is, with a guy like they must respect, comes out and goes like, oh, it's bad. They're all like, oh yeah, it's bad, and then they all start looking for it. I think because then you start picking it apart. Because like I like just the way these people review, because they're always saying they all kind of say the same thing,
shit,
but it might be like in a different way a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, but it's true. You know, it's just like, or they hear early buzz that it's not good, so then they come on saying it's not good
because they don't want to look.
Because I could not find a critic review that said it was good. I've like actively searched and be like, there's not one person that says like it's not that bad. Like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, they say the same thing too. All the bad ones. They say like, I didn't really know what its identity was. Didn't know what it was like trying to be.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff.
Or you get a lot of the, well, we've seen this before. It's not original. And then I think there's way too much focus on like the whole idea of like that he's white. Right, like if it was Asian, he should have been an Asian character. He should be an Asian character.
Is he an Asian character in the comics?
No,
that's the thing. Is he's white,
That's
and it's
what
from
I
the
thought.
70s, and so it doesn't really, you know, he doesn't really work as an outsider too much if he's.
I mean, here's the thing. If he would have been Asian, I would have been fine with it as well. I don't care. But
Right.
like, it just the idea that that stirs people like what they
that
think.
it has to be.
Yeah, like that was a big one that they kept saying. Oh, and then like a lot of people just didn't like that he was like it was like that he was white privileged, so he was white and rich and like didn't have any responsibilities. So it's kind of like, okay, so,
Yeah.
So it's like that's not a review. That's an opinion of the character. It's not really a review. You're not, as of right now, you're not reviewing the show, but you know, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's more like they just didn't. I think it's just the critics, like you said. They don't want to look like they're discredited. So when one big, news media outlet goes, "Oh, it's like bad," then they have to be, "Well, it's bad, right?"
Yeah, it's all bad.
It's like the big circle jerk.
Because it happens with when it's supposed to be good too. Because I've watched movies where it's like, "Oh, this is so good."
Try not to.
Critics acclaim. And they
Yeah.
watch it and go like, "What the fuck was that movie?"
Well, that's like any of those Oscar movies.
It just happened with Spotlight. I watched Spotlight and I was like, "It's not a bad movie, but like, what the fuck was that?" Like, that's an Academy Award winning movie. Like, this is the best movie of the year. This is a critics' choice.
Those movies are
Critics'
more
choice.
just it's like you can't, because they're dealing with real issues and stuff like that, so that makes it more, you have to, this is a work of art.
I just wonder if Danny Rand had been like an Asian guy, like would had a good review.
Maybe.
I think so.
It's kind of
I
weird.
think so.
Just because you can't say it's not good because it was an Asian lead. I mean, that sounds kind of.
Yeah, that's how it works sometimes.
That's how it works sometimes. Because a lot of people seem to have had an issue with it, but if you're an Asian guy doing kung fu, then I guess that makes it good. I don't know.
I think
I don't think it matters who it is.
Epps is our resident Asian here. What do you think?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter who plays who.
I think I was mad that Davos wasn't Asian. Davos should have been an Asian guy. He was born there. His dad's the trainer.
I actually
He
thought.
should have been Asian.
Well, that was like the big complaint though, is that everybody kept saying like, "Oh yeah," because it's like he like lived with these monks and they're Asian, but like it seems like honestly like that area like is maybe just taking in different type of races. It's not like an Asian thing.
He cleared it up like 9 times throughout the season. It was like it's not in Asia. It's a traveling dimensional portal. That and it's a ring of heaven is actually where it is, and so there's a lot of people in there.
Sometimes for me though, it's like because I don't care. It's like, can't we have just made him Asian so I don't have to hear about this? Like you could have like made him Asian, still call him Danny Rand, give him the same exact backstory, but at least he was Asian. It would have been fine. Because they just said like he could have been an American-born the Danny. Like you could have kept Rand. Just said like, oh yeah, he's American Asian.
Yeah.
But then they just came back and think it would have been fine. Like, yeah, it's an Asian though.
Yeah,
That's the same reason why he can be white. Because who the fuck cares?
Exactly, but people care.
People care.
So.
I mean, I don't know. If maybe if you're Asian, you like really, I want a hero.
They have new Superman.
New Superman?
Yeah, there's a Superman that's Asian.
Not like in movies or anything anybody knows about. I was like,
In the comics, yeah,
I saw Man of Steel. He's not Asian.
he's a current. No.
Asian. Is he coming back Asian?
It's like having a problem with he's British. Like, British Clark Kent, that doesn't work.
Didn't they shit on Doctor Strange for that too? Because
Yeah, that one was.
the one was.
I thought that one was a little more unjust though, because like I kind of saw that argument because like he was Asian in the comics, so like they just put in a white actor for like. I thought something was like, what did we need to change? Yeah, because it's the same thing. Do I feel like they need to change Iron Fist to somebody Asian? No, because he was originally written white. I'm fine with it. But I also don't think you need to change a character that was Asian to white either.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of stupid too. Because like yeah, great. Tilda Swinton was great, I guess. I mean, she was fine. She had a bald head. She's weird. If that's what you're going for. Like, cool. You found like a weird looking person, a weird looking actor. You know, she had a weird looking fucking bald head. But there's plenty of good like Asian actors you could have used.
Yeah.
Could have just gone with like the typical. Who's the guy from Pirates 3?
Chow Yun Fat?
Yeah, he would have been like right in there. I've already seen the bald head before. He would have been all ancient one. He probably would have been better.
It would have been better.
They would have been better. Actually, Tilda Swinton actually kind of bothered me a little bit in the movie. She was so weird.
Her weird alien head is
Her alien head, I couldn't do it. Like, where are you, fucking Splice? Like, where's Adrian Brody?
There was an article explaining why, and it was totally about money. Is because the ancient one is in Tibet or something.
It's cheaper?
Which isn't a part. No, it's not a part of. It's like it's a disputed part of China or something. Like they're not Chinese, and China says they are Chinese. And if you make a Chinese actor play a Tibetan, it's gonna piss off the whole Chinese market. And
it's
then,
all about those markets.
And they have to. That's $500 million for them right there if they piss off China.
I would have.
So let's.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would have like avoided that and just not had.
You go with Smiley.
You
go with Smiley from Training Day.
Go with Smiley.
He plays anything.
Plays everything. He's accepted. Could have done that, I guess. I would have just like done what they did like in Iron Fist and like, oh, it's not anywhere. Like, you got to find it. It's like you got to get there, but it's not even in the country. It's like this weird island off the South Pacific.
Yeah.
Like it's just general. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Let's put Tilda Swinton in there. Shave that head.
I wish they had shaved the head. Like it clearly looks like a bald cat.
Yeah, it's definitely a cat.
It's a very bald cat. They focus on that head a lot when she's in it, man.
It's all head.
There, yeah.
It's all head. I mean, she actually does a good job. I mean, she's weird, but I actually liked her, kind of, but it's just kind of like, I didn't need her.
No.
Didn't add anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, that fucking head. Yeah, so Iron Fist, huh?
Iron Fist
thumbs way up.
Iron Fist is good.
I like
worst of the four, but it's still good.
I kept hearing people say too, like, "Oh, it's just setting up Defenders." I didn't feel any Defenders set up. Where was the Defender set up? Where was that?
I didn't feel set-up-y.
It was just that we got the last character.
I got more of the big bad.
If you consider the cliffhanger of Iron Fist 1, like probably what's going to need to be taken care of in the Defenders, I would imagine.
So is the Defenders the problem's going to be the hand?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Oh, the hand.
And whatever kind of weird weapon they're making Elektra.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I thought they were talking about. Were they talking about Elektra at one point? I thought they were talking about.
I thought when they were about to take Colleen's blood. They said like she was still going to be a service to the hand.
That's what I thought they were talking about.
I thought they were going to show like the cocoon or something, but then I didn't see it.
I think that was the only part where I was like, oh, I think they're referencing Elektra.
Yeah.
That was the only part, which was like, what a fucking turn that fucking group made. I kind of like that guy. I kind of actually bought in that he was good too. I was like, oh, he's a good guy. It's Colleen's master, and I was like, oh, we took a turn, and they went like full evil.
If they had seriously just changed their name, like they weren't attached to being called the Hand, they would have got away with all their shit.
Yeah.
Well,
But they had to be like, no, we're the hand. That's not the hand.
That was the only part where I think I liked. Oh, it wasn't even Danny. I was gonna say I like the part where like Danny said like just change your name. No, it was actually Night Nurse who said it. How about we just don't choose the hand? We can say the fucking knee or the foot. It was like don't be the hand if you don't want to be the hand. It's like you were the fucking hand. Piece of shit.
The hand is the worst. That's my least favorite thing about any of the Netflix parts, and it's clearly going to be the big bad.
Yeah, I didn't think the hand was bad in this one though.
It wasn't that bad in this one, but I still am just like a sea of ninjas, and then like zombie ninjas.
Right, and it sounds so like
Zombie hand is right.
it sounds like 70s kung fu movie evil. Like, oh, you can't cross the hand.
Yeah.
Like, now that the hand.
Do you like the hand?
That's the big bad. The hand.
Do you like the hand or the Ninja Turtles? The foot.
The Foot Clan.
Foot Clan.
Is that what they're basing it off of?
I don't think so.
Wouldn't that be funny if like the turtles just made the foot because of the hand?
Because of the hand.
Wow.
The foot.
That would make sense. It
What
follows.
makes- yeah.
They're like, hey, I've been reading comics and the bad guys are the hand. What if we were more kung fu with it? Like, the foot!
It seems like that could be it now.
They were like,
Yeah,
raise. Corner office. Great job.
I always thought it's because they were foot soldiers, but they just call them the foot. But if that makes sense.
They had footprints on their.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I know they took it.
Yeah, they definitely
took it and ran with
They were
the
like-
imagery. But I'm just saying,
What do we call the foot soldiers? What do
it
we
could be
call
the
them?
hand though, like
Yeah.
because they were after Iron Fist, right?
My least favorite parts of Daredevil was when it turned to like all of a sudden there's just like fucking zombie ninjas, and you only know about it because of Stick. He's kind of like, I know what's going on. And you're kind of like, whoa, why are we fighting these ninjas? That's like how it's always felt to me. And then now it's just like it's just gonna be just the hand.
Does it feel like Stick and Gal? They're like they're gonna end up being like brother sister or something. They
Gal-
end up being from like the same village or
Gal's
maybe
annoying.
Gal's
very
his
annoying.
mom.
now.
Yeah, they're gonna know something.
I don't like old lady Gal.
Because they've both now referenced being like ancient.
Yeah, like he didn't Stick say he was the one who like stopped the hand? He was like the chosen one or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticks. I hate Sticks. I hate Sticks. I'm so irritated. I was like so bummed. He was the only part of that Defenders like teaser. I was like, Sticks in it. Heard his voice. Like, I have to come together. Shut up, Stick.
What really annoys me is like Gao is clearly like she's like manipulative. She's got superpowers. She's ancient. This whole thing, but like her main thing is she's just like selling heroin. Like that's her thing. Like it's just always so weird. It's just like they're this huge clan of like they're making zombies and stuff, but they're like, no, we're just selling the best heroin.
That's how they make their money.
Oh yeah, blue magic, baby.
I just feel like if you're an
Sending a brain.
if you're an ancient one, I don't know, because she was like one of Fisk's, like kind of like little cronies. Like they were kind of like nervous of Fisk, right?
Not her.
She wasn't nervous of Fisk.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, and I think that was probably still all part of it, right?
Mhm.
She had some deal with him, right?
I know. It just always kind of felt like. Yeah, but
She was annoying though, because she was that one part where she like blasts Danny back with like some like power or whatever, and then she's all.
blast.
Then at one point she's all scared of him when she thinks like he's gonna hit her with the fist. There's at one point where he's about to hit her with the iron fist, and then like Night Nurse and everybody's like, no, don't do it. It's like, no, rip that bitch's fucking head off. Like clean off, and she's all like, and then he like hits the wall instead.
Well, yeah.
I thought she was unflinching at that point.
No, she looks
flinches?
she looks all scared though. She actually looks like, oh,
Well, you don't want to get hit by that fist.
yeah, but she
especially
seemed like
if it's
she seemed like she could like
If
do
it's
something.
I don't want to be in the
Yeah,
general
bro.
vicinity of
Well,
it.
no, but it seemed like she had like power at one point where she like almost could fight him or something. But then she's like, I'm just gonna take this one. We'll see what happens here.
I'm gonna roll the dice. I think I got it.
Yeah. I'm old enough.
I lived a good life.
Yeah.
Sold a lot of heroin.
No, don't you want to watch it now?
No.
You're selling it, right?
We didn't do the reverse. We didn't do the Power Ranger thing where we sold you. We did the
The bummer
reverse.
about the Power Rangers being good was that we didn't all fucking watch it together. That's like what bummed me out. Like when it came out, it was good. I was like, fuck. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no like fucking
That's a bummer.
bummer.
I mean, I wanted to be there. Actually.
I'm worried they're gonna with the 5 sequels though they're gonna drag it to the ground.
It is what it is, though. I mean, do you really like?
I know with sequels that's already ruined. Once you said there's 5, I just thought of like Pirates. I'm like, there's no way.
Just
every
already
one of them is
5
just gonna
though,
be-
like just right in the pipeline, just 5.
But they might not get.
They
made.
quickly get cut though, because there was at one point there was like 4 Amazing Spider-Mans like ready to go
They chopped
in
those.
pre-production.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh, 2 was bad. Shit. Let's just cut that franchise.
I like how 2 was so bad that it ruined the franchise.
It was a bag of shit.
Well, that's an example too of like, oh, 1 was good. Let's do more of what we thought was good. I needed more of what was actually the bad part.
Well, maybe we could watch it Friday. Got a Freedom Friday coming up, and
I don't have a Freedom Friday coming up.
well, your Friday is usually like 50-50.
I work Friday.
Usually you have Fridays off.
I don't have Friday off.
It's either
You don't have
you
off,
have it
Oh.
but at nighttime,
Oh.
you dumbass, there's another part of the day.
Oh.
It's not the whole day.
Maybe I don't know.
We don't plan it. I'm just saying.
That's the final of some job, so maybe I'll get done. But it's the finals, you know that.
It's the final.
You know how that goes too.
Yeah.
You have to be done, so sometimes it's too late. I'll probably be done though. Yeah, it's actually Super Freedom Friday too.
We're
Because
definitely not
Kelly's
watching.
going to Vegas, and the kids are going to in-laws.
We
I have
definitely
Friday
watching Ghost in
and
the
Saturday to myself.
Wow. Ghost in the Shell. Or Life.
Oh, Ghost in the
Shell.
Shell.
Or Life.
I know.
Or Life.
Life is doing that thing though now that it's out, and they're starting to do that. The TV commercials are giving away too much now.
I haven't seen anything else. Would you guys rather see Life or Ghost in the Shell?
Life.
like a,
Life,
when
life,
you're
life.
out there, he goes to the shower, life.
Or Life.
Part of me wants to see Ghost in the Shell though.
I want to see it. Like, after Power Rangers was good, I was like, this is why.
Dude, you've been doing great, like King Kong, Power Rangers.
Yeah. No,
Speaking
literally
of King
walking out of the theater after Power Rangers and King Kong. Like, I was like looking at the movie posters. I'm like, I just want to be a movie guy. I just want to see. I just want to see
You're living the
movies.
dream. You can do that.
I just want to see movies. But like, I used to not because I was just like, I just know what it is: the setup, the conflict, the payoff. Ugh.
I always
Now,
like
I want to
just
be a
You
movie
can
guy.
enjoy the art.
I want to enjoy the art.
I mean, sometimes it's fun when it's bad too. The only time that was like really just not cool when it was bad was for some reason that Turtles movie. It was one of the only times I was
Well,
like,
you want it to be good.
it may be, but
But
it
the
was
peer pressure of being with your friends.
it was just weird. That was just I don't know. It
It
was,
had to
just,
be full, Rozzy.
it was also part. Yeah, Charles was like so out, and he like didn't want to go so bad, and we were there, and then it was bad. And I was like, I kind of felt
I
bad
felt bad because we forced it.
Yeah,
and
so it's kinda
it
like
was bad.
because I totally would have.
If I was there, we would have just laughed through all that garbage. Still curious as to why they could throw a semi-truck in the beginning. They could never throw a semi-truck through the rest of the movie.
All I know is we had a great time watching it when we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
That second one should be out now, right? Or no, is it not out to watch?
I watched it, so it's out. It's on cable. Yeah, I watched it.
Was
in
it good?
HD. It's fun.
Well, see you in a fortnight.
The Justice League trailer.
It's a long one.
The Justice League trailer
Too many kids.
just came out. Thoughts around the table?
Poor people who actually want to hear this. So go through all that other shit to get to this review.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless we put
got
like a
it.
little.
You can put a timestamp.
Yeah, that's what I sent it.
Yeah,
Thoughts on the
timestamp or
Justice League
tags
trailer?
or anything.
Or anything.
We've already talked about.
If the movie was the trailer, like if we're grading trailers, yeah, like it looks kind of good. But like again, like now that I've seen enough of these DC movies, like I clearly read like the Matrix. I read like the DC Matrix trailer thing. I can see what it really says now. No, it says clusterfuck, overdone action. Who gives a shit? That's what I see. It's gonna be. It's just even the way they're shot. It's just like it's all the type of action I don't like.
It's the CGI over the top kind.
Over the top CGI, over the top what's happening. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be like they're probably only showing us like the 3 jokes.
Right.
You know, the music thing is annoying. It was like it kind of worked in the teaser trailer, I thought, because it was kind of a teaser thing. It's not working now though. It's like, hey, that was the teaser trailer thing. Like now, let's get like the regular trailer music. You know? They're really trying to make it cool.
I thought it was with you.
Well, because it kind of worked a little bit, because I was like, oh, they're trying to be a little different here, but it's like, okay, but now it's like, oh, so they're really trying to trick us that it's different. You know what I mean? That was more what I got this time.
Yeah.
I felt the suit's still scaly.
It's a scaly suit, extra scaly.
I also don't.
Fucking fat.
I mean,
Cyborg looks
I
way
think-
too CGI to me.
Yes, very CGI, no dick. Barely, he's very CGI. Like, I don't like when he has the mask on. I like the half face. Even though I think I'll like Jason Momoa as Aquaman, I think I'll probably end up liking him. I think he just seems like Jason Momoa being Aquaman, because I think I'm not sure Aquaman is so like
Cocky and fun.
yeah. Like I'm pretty sure like he's more of like he's kind of like anything I've ever seen him in. He's like kind of a stiff.
Yeah.
It's like a Cyclops type.
Right.
Okay.
Or like a Captain America type. He's more like
Boggles.
Gotta get that little.
yeah. I mean, like he's more like okay, I
guess that's how it is.
you know what I mean. Cyclops is a stiff.
I know.
You can say what you want. Cap is a stiff. We all it's
I know,
but you
it
need
just
stiff.
Felt
like you just threw him under the
He's
bus.
like seems like more of the guy who's like he's not doing that.
The unwavering type.
Yeah, he's like the more unwavering
They're
type.
all stiffs besides the Flash in the Justice League. That's why I don't understand why anyone likes them. It's like, you got Superman, he's just stiff. Batman's just stiff. Fucking, they're all just stiff.
Green Arrow's not stiff.
But he's not in it, is he?
No, just saying.
Wonder Woman.
There's some non-stiffs.
Wonder Woman's not stiff.
The ladies are
She's a
usually
stiff
pretty.
woman.
She's kind of
quirky.
stiff.
She's a stiffy woman.
She's very stiff.
By the way, though,
Ladies.
that Wonder Woman trailer that I saw in the theaters, like, I'm actually really excited for that. That actually looks like a good movie.
Yeah,
Let's hope so.
that's exciting.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
I've gotten some of the same feelings from
That's
that
how
as
they
well.
hook you. That's how they hook you. They
Yeah.
give you hope.
Good. Their trailer. I think DC's trailers have all been great.
Wonderful
I
trailer.
have not watched the DC trailer. Like, I just know now, but I think every DC trailer, I'm like, yeah, that's what we. If this was the movie, starting from Man of Steel, then Batman vs Superman. I liked all the Suicide Squad trailers, and I've liked both Justice League trailers. But I just know. I liked all 3 Wonder Woman trailers. But I just know.
Yeah.
I just know it's not. And I actually have the same feeling about Wonder Woman too. I think Wonder Woman's probably going to be stupid.
Yeah.
See, I think it's
Yeah.
going to be good.
I
actually think it's going to be good.
All I do is I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping wrong about both of them.
See, when
I
I
would love to come out just and be like, Justice League. You know,
See, when I see the
walking
Wonder
out, I'm
Woman
making a
trailer,
J. You're making the L.
I actually think like Wonder Woman is going to be good. When I see the Justice League trailer, I think exactly what you're saying. Where I can tell there's a clusterfuck. You can even see this like war scene. I can tell it's a clusterfuck. But it looked cool because I was telling Naps. It looks like you're going to get cool character fight scenes, which was like kind of like what was cool in like Avengers, like where it's like Iron Man shooting the beam and Cap's deflecting it to kill stuff. You're going to get a lot of that fun and games with it. But story and movie wise, it's going to be a shit show, and you can clearly tell.
I think
Because they have to develop fucking like half of them. They have to develop the villain. They gotta fucking make you give a shit about what's happening.
Gotta bring Superman back.
Yeah,
They gotta work so much into
It
this.
seems
movie.
like a smoky fight again too.
it's all smoke.
Oh,
Like it doesn't
dude.
it doesn't seem
when
like
Cyborg stops that car, fucking, it's like a magic show. You
It's
should
so
move.
smoke.
Like,
Well, and whatever
the car disappeared.
and whatever's happening, like when he's like on top of the Batmobile, like, "Arr!" And then, like,
Here we go! I fived him!
yeah.
Why does he never have the top on? You're gonna catch a brick to the face, Batman.
He never has a knob on. He's a fucking Corvette.
What's he need that scaly suit for? Is it an armor?
Seems armory.
Why don't you have a helmet then? They never block their face.
It's like the one place you need to block. That's where a bullet just goes. Ding.
That reminds me. That feels like Blank Man. He's like, what if I shoot him in the head? He shoots me in the head. Not bulletproof in the head. Yeah,
Nobody wears a helmet.
hey, remember Blank Man?
Cap don't wear a helmet. Cap wears like a fucking brain bucket.
Yeah, but Cap,
It's supposed to be a helmet.
it's a helmet.
Shoot him in the ear. And ear's only covered 50%
I
of
mean,
the
I'm
time.
not sure
In
Cap's
Avengers,
suit.
he had ear cuffs.
I'm not sure.
It looked really bad. Though.
I'm not sure Cap's suit is like necessarily like bulletproof.
Well, Arthur Curry Aquaman is bulletproof.
Then what's he need the suit for?
Looks cool.
Ooh, see, that's not helping the suit.
Does it
It's
help?
not helping the
It
suit.
actually made the suit go, because I was able to justify, like, all right, he needs the
You
suit.
thought he needed the suit? Wonder Woman doesn't need the cuffs.
I think she does need the
She
cuffs.
doesn't need the cuffs.
Isn't that how she blocks things?
She
Yeah.
does, but she doesn't need to.
I think she always
She's
blocks it with
bulletproof.
her hand. I think those cuffs are in.
Cuffs are, I mean,
I'm
coming from a
pretty
DC
sure those
expert
cuffs
as
are
myself.
I
There might be versions where those cuffs aren't, but I'm pretty sure those cuffs have been.
The cuffs have been out since like the 70s.
Hey, that means the cuffs were still supposed to be there at some point.
The cuffs are out. Like the lasso. Is that still cool?
Yeah,
Why
it's
couldn't?
cool.
Why
We're
can't she
watching
just
a
do?
Wonder
Why
Woman
can't she
trailer.
just do the threat?
The lasso of truth, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Why can't she just do the? Tell me the truth, or I pound your face in.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Would you rather do
Riddler.
Would you rather do that, or would you be like, I know for sure I'm getting the truth with this thing, and it'd be fun to wrestle.
I'd
some
rather
people.
know for sure. But if
I'd
Batman's
love
always
to
getting the
do,
truth
like-
with the pummel, well,
Dude,
the
if you
pummel
had a
works.
lasso, man, like
Yeah,
I would
but
just be like,
if
hey, go ahead and
No,
run,
you-
buddy.
Aquaman's 5 dent, which is actually a thing. He actually has a 5 dent. It's actually that's the comic.
I'm so sick.
That's
of
the
you. I'm so
comic
sick of you going.
Trident.
I'm so sick of you going back to those comics. I'm so sick of you going, like you're the.
That's the source material.
I feel like you're the DC spy. Fucking.
Like,
Because we know we're not gonna go back and check your stupid 5 dent. I don't care if it's source material, but like there's source material and then there's like source material. Like let's just stick with the trident that everybody knows. Because most people are gonna be like, why is there fucking 5?
What trident do you know? You just know trident's supposed to have 3 points, but you don't know what his trident looks like.
So his since 1970s trident was.
It's been a long time since he's had the 5.
Is that the 5? Yeah. Fuck me. Did he have the 5 in what's that game?
I think he had a trident.
I think he had the 3 in that.
Not helping your case.
What case?
What case?
There's one thing I just want to get on record. I need them to stop with the leap, the superhero leap. That they're clearly on a wire and they leap at the guy like the Hulk. Everybody does that. I even saw that in that Justice League trailer. They do the leap that looks fake as fuck. I'm sick of that leap.
I think the Flash looks cool because he's gonna be going all fast.
The Flash
I don't think I tried it.
is cool. He has cool powers.
We got a picture of a trident. We can get pictures of tridents.
That's what I would imagine, though. That's what most people would imagine. Nobody was gonna imagine the fucking 5.
That's a good picture though of him.
I think the 5 is like.
Green Lantern.
Are you sure?
I feel like-
you don't have a problem with his scaly armor?
No, I don't.
I didn't know that was in the picture.
What fish do you know looks like that?
I feel like the 5 is like exactly what this movie is. Too much. You know what I mean? We're just doing too much. That's what it is. We're just doing too much.
I agree. There's too much. It's too much. We should not be doing a Justice League already.
Although this doesn't help anything.
That old picture with 5.
It's like they're way more 5 than even the movie.
Well, I like this one. That's a good Aquaman.
That's Aquaman.
Aquaman. Can somebody take this from me?
Oh, is that what you're doing? I thought you were showing it to me for a second time for some reason. I'm like, I saw Aquaman.
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 It is.
Is anything else? Anything else?
When I think of Aquaman, I picture like the Jason Momoa type. I picture him kind of like just like shirtless with like kelp, and then he's got like the pants. I don't picture him in like armor.
That kelp part made it
I like armor.
seem a little.
I don't like him without the shirts.
I like.
Sorry.
Okay, I like. No, I want him to look like what he did in the.
in the just like the
Batman versus
announcement art.
He had,
Oh,
he
where
had,
he's
like-
just like
Yeah, the
I think-
sleeveless. Where he showed, like, see those arms?
You like those guns?
I want the guns out.
This Aquaman with the hook hand, where he's always kind of
the one dent.
The one
He's
that
yeah, the one that he's just buff. He's just like the king of fucking Atlantis.
See, I think
So,
that
I
like
armor
when he has
was
the
way
blue hand.
stupider.
The water hand.
I like when he has the water hand.
I think the scales are better than that.
I think the scales are better than that.
Yeah.
Best is the best.
Half naked's rough.
I
Half
don't-
naked's the
yeah.
Baywatch movie.
Yeah.
But you get to see that dick.
We all want to see that dick.
Don't cover the front.
I don't want to see the dick.
Hey, We all laughed at that Baywatch part, like, big dick, big dick.
It's like the perfect Ross trailer. It's like, that dick has to be seen. Big dick.
Well, this has been a good one. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Oh, and listeners, I did like Skull Island.
Hey!
Did you
Did we
not?
not get to
Oh,
talk
about it? I wasn't there last time.
you weren't there.
That's
How
right.
did you get- there was a movie I liked.
It was
So
fun.
if you were looking for a Rob movie,
A Rob
I
pick.
I like Skull Island. All into Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
He should be in every movie.
What's the timestamp on him saying he likes
You're gonna cut it out.
This is gonna get snipped right on out.
See you in a fortnight.
Be in any unit.